heart of arena cross and the soul of supercross. Get ready for ultracross. The moto stars of tomorrow are here today, and you can watch them shine this November and December. PaceMotorsports.com is the place to get tickets.
Right now, we got Quad Wars. Let's catch you up on the point standings. New Orleans having a great season. Orlando and St. Louis are the two season teams we'll see here today. And Indianapolis, Nashville, Seattle, and San Antonio are our 8 teams who make up our league. Quad Wars, it doesn't matter where the guys in the back finish. All that matters is who wins, and they're off.
Critical battle, as you got to see from the points. St. Louis and Orlando both trying to track New Orleans down. The winner tonight is going to come out with the momentum to go after New Orleans for the overall TNN Motor Madness Quad Wars Championship.
Now, here's how you tell these guys apart. The guys in red are from St. Louis. The guys in black are riding for Team Orlando. And it's an important battle for the home-standing team from Orlando, and the crowd's really into them. But you can see there's a red jersey that is out in front.
It's our boy Johnny B. Bad Vance, and he is tough. He is bad, as they say, on that quad. He's getting a challenge right now. Gary Doherty of Orlando making up ground. It's still Vance leading the way for Team St. Louis.
B-Bad Vance looks like he has got this one under control here. Johnny Vance, quite a rider on these quads, and he's putting on a show here. He's kind of checked out a little bit. Team Orlando is really going to have to get on the move, but Vance is way ahead. You don't normally see this kind of a lead in a quad war, so you give Johnny B-Bad Vance some credit.
No, but they have time, though. This is such a long course, Mike. They're really using virtually every lane and every part here of the Citrus Bowl. Vance is continuing to ride out front, but you notice second, third, fourth keeps shuffling and shifting up.
And also notice how Vance's teammate in the red jersey is trying to block off. He's got a flip. That is John Tanico. John Tanico has flipped. Got a little injured there.
Get everybody back going, though, and we're rolling once again. And Team St. Louis is Vance with the white flag out down front, because remember, in Quad Wars, in a situation like that, that is a corner caution. It's not a full course caution, so they're still racing. And look at this, Orlando's grabbed the lead on the last lap. That is Gary Doherty making the pass. As you see Tanico trying to recover from that spill, but he's safely off the course. Doherty. There you saw the yellow flag just in the corner of your screen. That was just for that corner, because they're racing full out to the finish. Look at Vance. It is Johnny B-Bad Vance who makes the pass. Heading down into this final corner. Can Doherty catch him? It doesn't look like it's going to happen. No, Johnny B-Bad Vance. That was a great race. Wow. Team St. Louis wins Heat 1 of our Quad War. You can tell it's not a real popular win here in Orlando from the reaction of the crowd. Wow.
Doherty has come out.
Hey, wait a minute, guys. Already, it looks like the Orlando folks not happy about the way that race went.
We'll have more Quad Wars. It's not happy between these two teams. That's coming up on TNN's Motor Madness Monster Jam. So you stay with us. We'll be back.
You love the rev, you love the rumble, you love the monsters, and we've got the tickets at PaceMotorsports.com. Monster Jam is back, and it's everywhere you want to be this fall with the baddest trucks in the business. Get your tickets today.
And you know, Scott, the Quad Wars always a fun event and a crowd favorite here at our Motor Madness Monster Jams. And we're getting ready for Heat 2 between Team Orlando and Team St. Louis. Team St. Louis in the red, won Heat 1. So the pressure is on now for homestanding Team Orlando.
Yeah, and you certainly don't want to get embarrassed in front of the hometown crowd. And what a great hole shot for Team Orlando. Matt Andrews explodes out of the hole. But you can see with the tight turn, St. Louis able to close the gap quickly, and we've got a tight battle.
We do. Jeremy Galloway, St. Louis, he is taking the lead right now in the red jersey. You see Galloway out in front, stretching it out a little bit. And again, in the Quad Wars, all that matters is who comes home first. So Team Orlando is hoping one of those black shirts can finish first and even this thing up.
When you're watching, look at the way they go around the turning poles. We've got a little collision around the far turning pole. If you can hang tight against the turning pole, that's where you make up ground. If you'll notice, some of these guys, some of these riders are having a hard time keeping the groove, slipping out of the groove, and that's where you lose position.
There's Galloway, who's put on a really good show in this second heat.
That's funny. Glenn Junk's up there with him as well. And again, as we've talked about, when your man is in second or third, that's going to help you as the leader because he's going to continue to mess with the other team's lead rider, which is exactly what's going on right now.
Matt Andrews seems to be the hope for Team Orlando in the black jersey, but he's got a ways to go to catch up with one of those red-jerseyed riders from St. Louis.
Well, Gary Doherty's up there with him as well. We saw Doherty in the first heat have a good run, but right now he doesn't seem to have a whole lot. With the number 67 quad of Jeremy Galloway, and Team St. Louis is cruising, but we're not at the checkers just yet.
Look at how strong Galloway is through the turns, the way he just moves his body and leans. We got the white flag out. One more lap here in Heat 2, and still a lot of work cut out for Team Orlando. Here they come.
That's Andrews.
That is Matt Andrews at the turn. Takes the lead. Listen to the crowd.
We told you it was going to be the turn. You've got to be able to hang it tight. And Galloway actually slipped in the turn that left an opening for Andrews. And then Galloway and Jung got together, and Matt Andrews has flat taken control for Orlando.
Matt Andrews comes around that final turning pole. Does he get it yet?
Oh, he was dogging him in the turn. Did you see him turn and look at him? Look at that.
Look at it.
Yeah, he is showing him up right there. They love it in Orlando.
Wow. What a win for Team Orlando. Coming up on Motor Madness Monster Jam. Got some crashes for you and a bike bash that you won't want to miss. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment. Mike Hogwood and Scott Douglas back with you in Orlando at the Citrus Bowl. We're ready for highlights of our bike bash that we had here tonight. This is always an interesting event.
Yeah, at Pace Motorsports competitions at various venues across the country, you'll see the top riders, not only from the local area, but from all across the country coming to town for the bike bash. High-flying action, and we got a good look at the top riders here in Central Florida at the Citrus Bowl.
These are all mostly young riders, and as you can tell, they have a lot of talent. One of them, Jason Thomas, is from nearby in Daytona Beach, where they have a lot of great bike racing over there, so he may have a little bit of an advantage. He's on that 39 bike, and yeah, he's out in front.
And he comes away as the winner in this qualifier for Bike Bash at the Citrus Bowl, part of the Pace Motorsports Monster Jam right here in Orlando.
Now it's time for one of our fun features every week. Let's look at some great wrecks. Here's our collision course.
Yeah, I walked around the track earlier and we actually stepped the gear up a little bit.
Yeah, what it is, it's our gearbox. It's what divides the front and rear end of power to it. And it's an aluminum gear change. transfer case. It's got 5 gears in here. We can rearrange those gears wherever we want to for different RPMs to wheel speed.
So I switched to a higher gear, and I'm just hoping it's high enough. They said the track's kind of sandy, so I'm hoping to be able to, with a low gear, maybe spin through the corners without hooking up, flipping over. And keep the horsepower going and keep the tires turning, and usually you can roll on through them.
We got a whole set of different gears in the trailer that you can put in there. You can go lower or taller in the gear ratio.
2 gears in there. One's little, one's big. And you can actually put the big one on top, go faster, more top speed. With the little one on top, you got more bottom end.
And a track like this, you know, we'll probably gear up a little bit for, but it's good hook and play. We'll be able to hold the one gear that you have in the transmission a little bit longer before you shift to the next one. This way you'll get full bite, you'll be able to leg the big motor out. Good hook and clay, big tall gears, brings mile per hour into play.
Still to come, we've got our Quad War finals. Each team, Team St. Louis, Team Orlando, have won heat. The deciding heat is coming up on TNN's Motor Madness Monster Jam. Hang around. Mike Hogwood, Scott Douglas, welcoming you back to Monster Jam. Ready for the finals of Quad War. Oh!
Controversy already. I don't know what the problem is. There's something about Team Orlando complaining about the St. Louis riders. And Keith Speller is in charge of the starting line. Whatever it is, he's taking none of it. Oh, wait a minute. Look out.
It is Team Orlando in black, St. Louis in red, and they're all off their bikes. What is going on here?
We have not even got the green flag yet. Oh, my.
Well, they are next to each other in the standings. This is very important. They are second and third in the standings, and so there's a lot on the line here, but they need to cool down and let's get on. Let's decide it on the bike.
You're going to have to race at some point because the winner comes out of here in second place and with the legitimate chance to try and track New Orleans down over these coming weeks. But yeah, now you put them on the bike. You thought they were hard feelings earlier. Let's watch what happens on the course right now. This is going to be a rough race.
Well, the Pace Motorsports officials did a great job, I think, of not letting that get out of hand and getting them going here.
Well, you know, these guys have been sanctioned by the United States Hot Rod Association for years, and they've kind of seen it all over the years, and they know that if something like that starts out, you've got to get in there quick and get it broke up, because after all, we're here to race.
That's Rob Kohler of Orlando, who got the whole shot, broke out in front, but here comes Team St. Louis right behind them.
This is going to be a war all the way to the end, and again, how critical it is with each team a winner. Whoever wins this race moves to second place in the point standing.
Second doesn't matter. Remember, it only matters who can win.
David Bonstadt from Orlando has been battling for the lead right now, trying to grab it away, but still can't quite get around to take the top spot. It is St. Louis in control.
Team St. Louis in the red jerseys again. And here comes a nice pass. It is Orlando and St. Louis dicing it out back and forth.
Now, Bonstadt showed he can at least try and take the slingshot move on the inside. Here he goes again, but no, we get some on 2 wheels. Then look, we've got a crash. That's going to give Orlando a huge lead.
Remember, Gary Doherty is the man right now for Team Orlando, and they're a big time out in front.
Will you take the top 2
That's
out?
Rob Kohler. Rob Kohler is on the 5 bike, and he is out in front.
You need to get those top 2 out of there, and that's left it wide open. The door was open for Kohler, but, you know, he hasn't got it won yet. Look at St. Louis charging back. I believe that's Young coming back at him again.
Indeed it is.
That's Galloway. Galloway made the move. Galloway was kind of mid-pack at that point, and he shot up to the lead. We've seen a lot out of Jeremy all night. A great rider. He's got the lead.
Jeremy Galloway, but as I said, Gary Doherty is the guy they're counting on, and here he comes.
You know, Kohler's up there with him as well, so he's got some help. But at this point, Orlando just wants to find a way to get any black shirt across that line first.
Well, this is it. This is the final lap. That is Gary Doherty in the 13 bike, or in the 13 quad, who is right there in front, trying to catch up Team St. Louis, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do it. Here he comes. Checkered flag for Gary Doherty of Team Orlando.
beautiful piece of riding on the final turn. He actually slowed down and hugged the pole. They had no way around him. And looky here, donuts for the winner. Orlando at home grabs the victory, and now they're into second place, chasing New Orleans down on our TNN Motor Madness Quad Wars point standings.
Let's hear from team captain from Team Orlando. Winners here tonight.
Gary, that was one heck of a final.
It wasn't easy. St. Louis came down here to win. We had to stop them.
It also was easy because one of your guys couldn't get his bike going on time to get there for the start.
Well, it's racing. These things are on the fine line, and sometimes they don't work.
It's kind of like a hockey game. They were on the power play. You were killing a penalty. You had to come through and win anyways.
You got to do what you got to do. Got to win. That's the name of the game.
It was gutsy, wasn't it?
We love it.
I mean, not only did you love it, the fans here loved it. That last lap was one heck of a turn.
Well, that's what racing's all about. You know, if you went out there and ran away with it, it wouldn't be no fun. The competition's what we're here for.
Great job. You guys are leading in the points now.
Good. That's where we belong.
I mean, you had it coming in, and now, boy, you've jumped way out front.
That's where we plan to stay, out front.
Good man, thanks.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Team Orlando. Still to come, we got our Monster Finals and some more bashing bikes. You'll want to hang around on Motor Madness Monster Jam. Stay with us.